Hello and welcome back to another Reapers review podcast.
We're
Let's just go
talking
with
about
that.
shit. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. There's no roundup. It's just talking shit. I am, of course, Reaper. I'm also very tired, but I am Reaper. And this over here is Icarus from Icarus Tech.
Who is
Say
also
hello.
extremely tired.
Yay! Fuck. Oh, it's been a long day. How are we doing today?
Yay! No, I'm pretty good. Today is a public holiday in
Uh,
Melbourne
for some.
for some. Um, but I technically don't get a day off this week because I have to work a double shift Thursday and then on Saturday, so that should be fun. But everyone else is going to have fun this week, so there we go.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Yeah, no, I worked this morning, so yeah. That was fun working in the rain. But,
Moving on.
yes. Today we are going to be talking a bit about Markiplier. But not
Trying to
just
whore for
Markiplier.
clicks.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Not just Markiplier, but the Markiplier You're Welcome tour. We both had the opportunity to go to it last night, and we thought we would talk about it. Well, I did, and I sort of roped Icarus into it. So
Yeah, I get dragged along to a lot of stupid shit.
didn't get dragged along. You were forced.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Sorry.
Dragged is being physically dragged.
This is going too
Forced
far. Let's
is
just
with
lay the
rope.
joke to death, to bed, to kill it, etc.
The joke was dead before it even started because
Yes.
we did that last night. But
Stillborn
anywho.
joke. Anyway, yes, we're going to talk about the Markiplier You Are Welcome tour that hit Melbourne
Yes.
last night on the 5th of November, 2018.
Yes.
Now, personally, as much as I do watch Markiplier stuff, I have never watched any of his improv or comedy sketches and skits, so I didn't really know what to expect.
Okay.
But I assumed it would be normal improv kind of stuff, and it was for the most part. And I think that thought it did it pretty well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've watched a lot of Markiplier's improv and his little sketches and his mini movies that he's done, and I absolutely love all of it. Sometimes I prefer that over his gaming stuff. So, um, and recently, Markiplier, Ethan, and Tyler did a thing that they got from it's a Hasbro game, and it was like a don't stress out or don't stress, or it was called something like that. And it's just those three together are fucking awesome.
Was it
And
Don't
it's
Starve
hilarious.
Together?
No. This was like a physical game that they had, which they put something here and it stuck up here, and it was
Sure.
like it. You'll have to go to the channel. I think I uploaded it about a week ago or something like that. So
Okay.
it was good. It was good. It was funny. But those three together are very funny. So
Yes.
yeah, a lot of it, as you said, it was improv. It was really good. It was actually better live than it is, I think, in some videos.
I think the live experience does help it because you can like feed off the energy of the people around you, both as a performer and someone just in the crowd.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And like being able to sort of tangentially be a part of it, I think helps as well for the crowd. But yeah, no, I thought they did pretty well. It was quite funny. It was well
Yeah.
done improv. It was never really boring, and they had a few bits where they shook it up a little bit, which was good.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, there was always something happening, even if nothing was happening.
Yeah,
There was
it was
always just something.
without it being too over the top or overdone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, don't do that. Oh god. So yeah, so it was. I actually can't remember two of their names. No, I think it was Tyler, Ethan, Wade, Bob, and Mark.
I like how you half forgot about Markiplier on the Markiplier
No,
tour.
no, I felt like there was somebody else, so I said to look at the t-shirt because I got some of the merch.
Oh God.
And so it's Markipliers, you're welcome to. So was there was $30 for the t-shirt?
Yeah, which is pretty decent for tour like merch. Usually when you go to like a concert, I think it's at least 40 or 50 for a t-shirt
Yeah,
and like 100 for a jumper. And they had a couple of hoodies. Or they had a hoodie there for $60, which was, I mean, it's still overpriced for a hoodie, but for like a tour hoodie merch and stuff, it's not too bad.
yeah, which we were both very, very close to just going, fuck the t-shirt, let's get the hoodie.
Yes, but also poor.
Well, that too. Yeah, that too.
Uh, oh, excuse me again, Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is a very
Awful.
this is yeah.
So when did he announce the tour? It was like 6 months ago or more, wasn't it?
It was, I think, at least 6 or 7 months ago, and we pretty much jumped on the tickets, didn't we?
Yeah, went out and bought the tickets pretty much as soon as we saw the video, and you've been chomping at the bit ever since. You've been pretty rabid about it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
because as I say, I do like Markiplier's stuff for the most part, but I wasn't really sure what to expect. And in hindsight, I'm actually really glad that we went because it was actually quite a fun night.
Oh yeah. Like as I said to you as we were leaving, it's the most I think I've laughed in one night in a long time. Like I was just constantly laughing.
Yeah, so to provide a bit of context about what was happening, so the show opens with like a animated sequence on the big screen. Then Mark comes out, which was pretty good. Mark comes out singing and dancing and like comedying.
Comedicing?
Yeah, comedicing. And then the show starts, and the premise of the first part was two of them had to out emotion one another, and whoever won, they had like a briefcase that would be the theme of the rest of the show, and there was two themes to choose from. Then a third one came out with a third case, and they had to out emotion it themselves, and it was all improv, so crowd input and stuff.
The reason that the third one came out later though is because Ethan was stupid and he freaking got lost. He was getting confused with the driving. Yeah, like big fucking quotations here. But yes, sorry, carry on.
Yes, sorry, I got stuck in an air quote. Yeah, and then sort of they did that thing for a bit, and they chose a theme, and then they got someone up on stage where they sort of riffed back and forth with her, and that was quite.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was quite well done, and that's where the power of improv comes from. Like it's extremely hard to do, I think, because it's not planned. You might have a few snippets of things, but you never know what the other person's going to say, especially from the crowd. And she said some pretty odd, things I don't think you prepare for. Like,
yeah,
it's like they asked, okay, so how are your parents? She's like, oh, they're divorced.
Yeah, but it was so she said it so blasé like.
Yeah, she's like nonchalant, just divorced.
Yeah, yeah. And to put this in context, it was like a Western style speed dating type thing. The theme was Western, and yeah,
it wasn't speed dating though. It was a date where the person was getting swapped out.
Yeah.
Like after every couple of questions, and then they did like a whole thing based on what she'd said, and it was just really interesting seeing them sort of go, and they were actually pretty good improv artists. It was quite interesting.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, it was like her name was Rebecca. She worked at JJ's. She she's got divorced parents. She loves dogs. She's never committed a crime, but if she did, it would be murder. It wouldn't be murder; it would be shoplifting. But if she had to murder somebody, it would be with a knife. It was very.
And her mum was the favorite parent, and she did not hesitate at all. The guy goes, "Do you have a favorite parent, Mum?"
Yeah, there was no pause there. The other funny thing is she can skateboard, and the best trick she'd ever done was sat on it down a hill. Not even a kickflip, as Ethan said. Oh, and her pants didn't work.
Yeah. She
Her
had like
pants
torn
didn't
jeans, so her
work.
pants didn't work.
Yeah.
So silly.
Only Ethan was saying that though. Ethan was the only one that had the issue with her pants not working properly.
So after that, it was more Western themed stuff. It was like sit stand lean, like improv thing.
Oh, but first they did do a musical about Rebecca and her life and sort of all the stuff that they learnt in the date. So
yeah, which was fun. It was like a two people improv thing. Was like it was two people talking, and it's him talking to her talking to her dad, and just like dad was like, we're gonna get divorced. She was like, yes! Or whoever, don't remember who was playing her in that scene. It was just like...
I think it was Wade at that point.
Ah.
Wade was Rebecca, and I think it was...
No, I think Wade was the dad and Tyler was Rebecca.
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, I think that's right.
But once again, irrelevant. Oh, God, the stuck face. Yeah, then they went on to some other like Western-themed improv. Then there was a lot of crowd participation. There was a dance-off. And they brought 6 people up on stage, which were pretty decent dancers. And you could tell a couple of them were like fangirling out a little bit.
Like the one that was sitting next to us.
Oh yeah, she got picked to jump, and she flew out of her seat, and literally her stuff came flying out of her pockets. And
I think she kicked her bag over too, and just everything everywhere.
Yeah, so her friend was just like, "That's all right, I'll pick up your stuff." Thankfully, we were in like the front row, because I think she would have actually like destroyed anyone in front of her to get down there that quick.
Yeah. Well, we weren't in the front row.
The front row of the set of seats we were in.
Yeah, like we were the one seat section back from the front people. Like we were pretty damn close to the stage.
Yeah, and then there was so there was a dance off, and then they played Wizard on 1-2 Switch. Where they tried to bring up 5 people from the crowd, and 6 came up, and that was very odd. And
Markiplier hadn't even chosen a person, so
it was really weird. I think a couple of people just sort of walked up on stage with the other people around her. It was very odd. It was very, very odd, because they were very clear. It's like you in the yellow shirt and someone with a red shirt come up. It was odd.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Like it was just a game of Wizard, but they sort of made it interesting. It wasn't any improv. It was just like really high energy and really really nice to sort of see them interact with the crowd that way. And then that was about the end of it, wasn't it?
No. So we've missed a couple, but with that one, there was sort of they split the audience in half.
Yeah, because we like one rooting for one team, one rooting for the other.
Yeah, so there was Team Red, which was Bob, and then there was Team
Green,
which was Markiplier, or Marky, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, Tyler sort of took over the role of hyping up the side for Mark, and Bob still did his side. And it was just great, but Mark won, hands down. Like, what was it?
15-0.
15-0. It was brilliant, which made it just that little bit better. But there was also, as you said before, stand, sit, lean. Fuck. Which was quite funny.
Which is, just like an improv thing where one person must always be standing, one must always be sitting, one must always be leaning. Oh, that was hard to say. It was like, hey, audience member, give us a old-timey Western job thing. And it's like milkshake shop owner.
Yeah.
What?
But with no refrigeration. But they ran with it and it worked.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good sign of their ability, where they could do something that's stupid and actually make it kind of funny.
Yeah, but just with Mark just like a milkshake shop owner in old Western times. Right. Okay, let's do this. And you could see the cogs ticking away in his head, like, is this going to work? Is this going to be funny or not?
And it was. It was all
And
very funny. They did very well.
yeah, and there were times where, yeah, you thought they were sort of having a minor seizure or something. It was concerning, but funny enough that you're like, they're fine.
Yeah. Especially during, because a lot of like standing up and sitting down. It's like, oh god, and there's like one person go to stand, another person go to stand, and they sort of flip, and then both go down, and like this kind of motion happening, and it was very odd, but it worked. I think the erratic movement definitely makes it a bit more funny than it deserves to be, but it was still pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah, which it definitely is what makes it the funnier side of it. What else? What else happened? Like, I don't want to talk about the end just yet, but
I'm pretty sure that was like the cliff notes. The cliff notes. Oops, I've opened up a menu of it all. There wasn't like those parts went for a very long time. It was a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Ish. But that was like the main gist of what was happening. Oh, there was the rewrite history one where the music guy would have like a buzzer, and if you didn't like what you said, you had to go back and say it again.
Yes.
Which was really silly.
And a sort of a theme that sort of ran throughout the night was sort of from the start, where they had the date, and the two recurring things were daddy issues
And murder.
and murder, but also divorce.
Yeah, and divorce. They went to divorce like accidentally a couple of times, because when it hit the buzzer, it's like, I'm going to say something wholesome, and hit the buzzer. It's like, I'm going to say something less wholesome, and hit the buzzer again. I'm going to murder someone, or I'm getting divorced, or I have daddy issues, or something shit like that.
Yeah, I wish I could remember a few of the ones that were said, but it was brilliant, because I think there were a couple of times where he had, like, one of them had to change what I was saying about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And it's as if if the sound guy was trying to get him to say the fucking most
Outlandish shit.
Thing. Yeah.
Just which was really good. He did a good job as well.
Yeah. Oh, he really did. He was very good. And it was all live piano playing as well. The whole thing, all live. Oh, that was one that was said, like, somebody said, oh, are you okay, or something like that. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then he'd press the buzzer. No, I'm not. I'm fucking miserable. And it would just carry on.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole, like, mood changed so quickly just by rewriting that word or the sentence or something.
I think it's best not to try to sort of come back with any of the stuff that they came up with, because you're always going to misremember it, and you're never going to deliver it quite as well. And without the context, it's never going to come back as funny.
No, but
in us trying to give you like the synopsis of what happened, we're not trying to sort of say this is exactly what happened, but just
no.
Basically, it was quite good. Was the takeaway we're trying to give you? It was quite entertaining.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're both sitting here like giggling away and chuckling as we're talking about stuff, because what we're remembering.
Yeah, and it is a shame that some of these things that you can't just get a recording of it, Especially as a member of the crowd, you just don't want to sit there with your phone, Oh, I'm going to watch the show like this, and you just sort of, that's all you see. That's garbage, but.
And I was so close to doing that, and I'm like, no, I want to watch the show. I don't want to watch the show through my phone. And
your phone's not going to pick up a good sound or a good video, and it's never going to be good, so you're never going to want to watch it again anyway.
Exactly.
But I wish they had some kind of like recording equipment there, which maybe they did. Maybe they'll release a full show at some point, but if not, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, because he's gone to Europe already. He did some of it around America. He's gone to New Zealand, and he's now touring Australia. So somewhere along the lines, there's got to be some sort of recording being done.
But it's not going to be the show that we went to.
No, it's not, which sucks. But there's going to be like different kinds of.
Started pissing down here.
Oh, has it really? So it's not far away from me then.
Oh yeah. For context, it's been raining basically like all day, pretty heavily, and it's horse racing day today. That's why we have the day off, Melbourne Cup. So, Hopefully that went okay. It's not really my thing, but hopefully it went all good.
Yeah, I think the Sky's just said that Markiplier's left.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Single tier.
Oh, there ain't been no single tears. It's been fucking waterworks all day.
The one thing that disappointed me, and this is nitpicking, they had the merch stand, which we bolted to, by the way, at the end of that show. The show
Oh,
finished.
yeah.
The second they got off stage, we're just like, let's go. And I'm
Oh,
sort of
they were
keeping up
still
with...
walking off stage
Yeah.
as we were going.
Yeah, and I'm keeping up with him, and I'm realizing to myself, I shouldn't be slowing down for him. I should be going as quickly as I can, because I'm pretty big, but I'm decently fast. So I'm like going bolting up these stairs, and I get in line, and then he gets in line, and there's another 30 people that come up behind me by the time he gets to me. And then we turn around a couple of minutes later, and the line is just out of sight.
Yeah, it's at least, what, 200-300 meters long?
Yeah, and before the show, it was so bad. We didn't know where the end was. It just kept going.
Yeah, we literally couldn't. We were like, nah, we can come after the show if it's open. So we had to ask them. We're like, when does the merch stand close? They're like, when the venue closes. That's like, good. So yeah.
The line is what not disappointed us, but they had tour shirts, and they had the tour shirts with the European dates on it, but none with the Australian and New Zealand dates on them. And I'm the kind of person who's like, I like that kind of thing where I have the Melbourne date on it, and I can go, I was there, right here, right this one. But they didn't have that, which is, I mean, it's a little, as I said, it's very nitpicky, but that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah, but no, I fully agree. It would have been a lot nicer if we could have got the shirt that said we were here on this date. It's like, yeah, but oh well, it's one of those things. Like, I think the one thing for me that I wasn't disappointed about, but it was a bit annoying, was where the sound guy was situated.
That was bad because, like, the sound guy was directly in our line of sight between us and the stage, basically.
Yeah.
He was on the stage, but for the most part, at least, when the acting was being done, they would all move forward beside him, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But when they first came out, we couldn't really see a whole lot because they were sort of walking the stage a bit. And I was personally very concerned we were not going to be able to see anything. And then about 5 minutes in, they were all like basically next to the sound man, so it wasn't a problem. But I think that's a big problem with a lot of venues where you can't have full like stage view from everywhere.
Yeah.
And it does tend to make a few of the seats suffer, but that's sort of why you can pick your own seats. But by the time we had gotten to the tickets, they were the best available for a reasonable price.
And this was only a few days after it was announced. So, you know, they
Sorry, you go.
Yeah, they went fast. Like, the good tickets went fast.
Yeah, because they sell sort of the middle seat at the front is going to be the first one to sell, and they sell out that way and then out that way. And we were kind of right to the very end of that, to the very left-hand side. We had the very left seats, the very front seats of the second tier of seats. Because they were, I think, $80, $79. And then the tickets in front were $200. And then you could buy VIP passes on top of that. That's way too much money.
Yeah, I would have loved to have got a VIP pass because I think you got like some signed shit as well, and you got free merch and stuff like that. But it wouldn't be free because you're paying for it through the VIP.
Yeah.
And I think you got a chance to meet Markiplier or something like that, or I don't know what the VIP was exactly, but yeah. But there were some seats that weren't even sold because there would have been no view. Yeah,
there was a couple of banks of seats that they just weren't selling, but like that said, it wasn't a sellout show anyway.
It was almost a sellout.
Yeah, they sold out the front two tiers, which were the main two, and then the back ones were like 80%, maybe more full. Which it's a very big theater. If you want to look up, it's called the Plenary. It's Plenary at the MCEC in Melbourne, which is the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. It's a very big venue. There was a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I'd say about 1,000.
There was more than 1,000 people.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking like I'm just trying to think how many seats there would be. Probably a good
Let's have a look.
1,500.
It was much more than 1,500.
Really?
I want to know. Seating. I'm just trying to look it up. 5,000 or more.
There we go. So there was at least 5,000 seats there.
There was 5,000 seats, but they probably sold about 3, I reckon.
Oh yeah.
So
Holy shit.
it's an extremely large venue, and they packed it out, and everyone was participating. Everyone seemed like they were having a good time. They were loud. Like my old man complained as I went home with a headache. These damn kids with their loud music and their kick flips. I don't know, but fuck it, I'm done. Too tired for this shit. It was good.
Yeah.
Would see again. Would recommend if you were in. I think they're going to Brisbane or Sydney, and you are undecided. I would recommend it personally.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think even the ending was really good because he's like, the show's not going to be the show without, one last little thing, one last treat for you guys. And they ended it on a little dance routine, all 5 of them.
Yeah, it was like a musical routine. It was really well choreographed, I think, for such a silly thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it was good. They genuinely seemed happy to be there.
Yeah.
And they seemed like they had a lot of fun, which obviously translates to the audience, I think, having a lot of fun with them. And I think they put on a pretty good show.
Oh, it definitely did. And even the ending, like the ending, when they walked off and mics were accidentally left on.
Oh no! And they came out for a Q, like a 10-minute Q&A, because that's all they had left until the 10 o'clock deadline where they had to leave.
Yeah, and it was so cool being able to just have them sitting there, being themselves, just casually just talking to the audience, answering questions that people wanted to ask. Which, yeah, it's great. But they do need to do a Chica tour. So if Mark is watching this, which I highly doubt it, do a Chica tour, please. We all want to see Chica. We all love Chica.
That is the point where we've jumped the shark, and I think we should end.
Yeah.
I am out of things to say, so take us out, Mr. Ripper.
Yes. So yeah, all in all, great freaking show, and would definitely recommend to everybody. As Chris has said,
10 out of 10.
Okay.
Look, I'm tired. Let's continue.
Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video or podcast, please press the like button down below. Also subscribe, and also press the bell notification icon to be updated on any future videos or podcasts or whatever.
SoundCloud, iTunes, everything else, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, and leave a comment down below if you went to the show. Please tell us what you thought about it, your views, and what you think could have been better. Which I will tell you that you're wrong, but that's fine. Thank you again for watching, and we shall see you in the next one.
Goodbye.